I take a deep breath and open the door to the parlor.
Yes.
おはようございます、兄さん。
Yes, hello, Akia.
ずいぶん久しぶりな気がしますね。
Yep, just as I expected. The big boss was waiting for me on the other side of the door.
How interesting. It's like I haven't seen you yet since a couple days ago.
挨拶は結構ですから、そこに座ってください。いろいろと長くなるはずですものね。
Is it about my love life? Because that's what I was doing this whole time.
That smile makes me want nothing more than to crawl back into bed. You see, I thought as the eldest son of a noble family, it was my job to fuck around and make illegitimate offspring.
Yeah, totally. Yep. That's what Dad would have wanted.
I'm not standing before the jaws of death. I've already been swallowed whole. I picked the wrong route. My only recourse now is to go back to bed and reload my last save.
兄さん、
おう、座りますとも。
Yeah, now he's in suck-up mode.
All thoughts of escape have been dispersed by Akiha's glower. I endure the pain surging through my body and sit down on the sofa, Seiza style.
座りましたよ。
Yeah, she can see he hurt himself, huh?
言わずともわかります。妙な態度でこちらの規制をそがないでください。卑怯です。
Also, why is your shoulder bleeding profusely? Don't worry.
なんで卑怯なんだ？
Yeah, come to think of it. But is that some kind of joke that you've been fighting vampires?
Yeah.
Giant gaping shoulder wound, Aki.
Unless CL healed it for the most part. If
But-
she healed the flesh wound...
I mean, I don't think he's checked yet, so
Yeah, he hasn't.
presumably he wouldn't know, and he'd just be like, aha, I have a giant shoulder wound.
Yeah. Aha, look at this huge gash in my shoulder.
This huge laceration in my... No?
Yeah.
I
definitely
It was this big!
Yeah. Yup.
卑怯でしょ。そんな顔されたら気が緩む。
You can't help but what, Akiha?
She finds him extra pitiful sometimes.
Akiha stops herself mid-sentence with a cough, then sharpens her glare further yet.
兄さん、早速ですが、おとといと昨日のお話を聞かせていただけませんか？
Akiha composes herself, elegantly, taking her teacup into her hand. Although she asked if I could tell her, her question was unmistakably a command. But as her older brother, I just can't let her know about what happened. I'd rather have her hate me than worry about me.
それなんだけど、アキハ。
はい。何でしょう。
Yes.
ちょっとした知り合いにばったり再会してさ、観光がしたいって言うから、いろいろ案内してたんだ。
An acquaintance, we were...
へ
wow.
え。ちょっとした知り合いですか。
And you just didn't come home because you needed 2 days to show them the city.
そう。最近知り合ったやつなんだけど、1日だけでいいから観光名所を回りたいとか言い出して、気がつけば湾岸の埋め立て地あたりまで遠出したというか。
Girl you met, maybe?
なるほど。久しぶりに会ったご友人に気軽に頼まれたぐらいで、無断欠席および無断外泊をしたと。
Would you believe me if I said it was a hot blonde European who goes to another school? You wouldn't know her, please believe me.
What if I told you it was a hot blonde European who was old enough to be out of school? Would that make my situation better?
What if I told you that a teacher was involved? Would
Yeah.
that make it better?
Yeah.
If I told you that I was escorting my 27-year-old teacher around school or around the city because she has a thing for younger men,
Yeah, let's go with that
did
one.
that make it better?
Yeah.
What about my senpai who's ostensibly a year older than me and has a thing for younger men?
Maybe.
先
Let's
日
see.
の件といい、 何の得にもならない人助けがお好きなんですね、兄さん。
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, wait.
The most benevolent.
Yeah, Arihiko came up with some story for us, too.
Akiha's stare is ice cold. Looks like she's more baffled than angry at this point. To be honest, I'm not sure I'd buy my explanation either.
それで誰なんですか？
Okay, who is this acquaintance?
You wouldn't know them. They go to another school
Yeah,
in Canada.
just give Ark's name. It's not like Akiha knows her this time.
え
Oh my gosh.
その知り合いというのは
Why,
どのよう
my
な
guy?
人物なのかと聞いたんです、私は。
Vampire. Akiha looks
name.
straight at me. It feels like she's telling me I've got zero chance of BSing my way out of this one.
いやー、どのような人物と言われても一言では説明できないというか。
Well, you see, she's the polar opposite of you in every way. You have black hair, she has blonde, she has boobs and you don't.
She has red eyes and you have blue.
She's actually nice to me and you're a raging bitch.
Let's maybe not tell her that one.
She even a person?
そう。言えないということは、後ろめたいことがあるということよ、兄さん。
But what are you hiding?
Her eyes pierce right through my soul. I get the sense that looking away will only give Akiha the upper hand, so I resolutely meet her gaze. This might be completely unrelated to the situation at hand, but looking at her now, she's nothing like the little girl I used to know. Her posture is straight and dignified, her speech clear, her eyes unwavering. My familial bias aside, I find myself moved by the fact that she's grown into a genuine beauty. Not now, Shki! Focus!
You can't help it.
Wrong
He's easily
route.
distracted.
Wrong route.
うん。けど、それはそれとして。
I know she kind of looks like Reen, but
なんでしょう。もう少し説得力のある弁明を思いつきましたか？
Do you have a more
Yeah.
interesting story to tell
お
me?
前割とガタイがいいんだ
Oh
な。
my god, what?
細いのに硬そうで
Dude!
滑らかな陶器みたいだ。
I'm sorry.
That's not even a way with
I'm
words. That's
sorry. Did you just accidentally call her flat?
possibly.
Like a porcelain vase, delicate and smooth, no curves whatsoever, and hard as a brick.
I don't know. Let's see if he gets a bad ending from this one.
A loud thump jostles the table. Akiha's legs bumped into it as she jumped to her feet.
ガタイって何の話です？私の肉付きの話ですか？
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Just own it,
い
Shki.
や、骨格の話なんだけど。肩口とか着物が似合いそうだなって。
I just what?
I don't
How,
have anything to say to that.
how did that work? How did that work? Seeming to accept my answer, Akiha gracefully sits back down on the sofa.
わかんないやつだな。今の驚くところか。
What just happened?
驚くところです。
Huh.
話がつながっていなかったでしょ？
You said something so idiotic and random.
She sighs, shrugging her kimono-wearing shoulders in exasperation.
もういいわ。兄さんには真面目に答えようとする気がないようですから。
More or less.
そんなことないぞ。そもそもアキハに
I
嘘は
would
つかない
never
し。
lie to you. I'd just not tell you things instead.
What? He wasn't showing anyone around the city.
He was.
Who?
The Ark very briefly. He
They
showed
didn't
her
go on
to
a date
no,
this
but he showed her to the back alley
Did he
by
do-
running away
Uh,
and her chasing him.
I guess that.
Technically, he showed her from the school to that back alley where he nearly died.
Yeah, I feel like he actually lied to her face there, but okay.
And then he kind of showed Ciel the way from the park to her apartment. Sort of.
No.
It's a stretch, but oops. Now the mistress of the house looks like she wants to pull my tongue out.
そりゃ黙秘ぐらいはさせてもらうけど。
There are things I'd rather not say, but...
でも誓って嘘は言わない。今回は説明しづらいことだったんだよ。
Which is why my explanation was full of holes and sounded dubious at best, and why I then decided to compare her to something flat and hard, and somehow that didn't backfire on me.
Yeah, that's actually pretty amazing.
昔から誠実なんだか不誠実なんだかつかめない人なんですから、兄さんは。
Well, that's just how he is, I guess.
俺子供の頃の自分ってよく覚えてないんだけど。
Yeah, strange how that is.
You know, I'm not a huge fan of the spacing between the question mark and the I.
I know, that's excessive.
It's like actually bothering me.
覚えてなくていいです。
You've changed quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't get any boobs, but other than that, you got taller.
No. The way he described her in the flashback, she was pretty timid as a kid. But then after, you know, losing his firstborn, she got the air treatment and all the discipline it drilled into her.
Except that Makihisa didn't lose his firstborn. Apparently he had him, like, locked up in a cabin somewhere.
Something? We don't really have details on that part.
わかりました。
But either way, she had to step up, taking over the
これ以
companies
上
and
の
all
追
that.
及は勘弁して差し上げます。連絡をい
Okay,
ただけなかった
we
点
get
に
to
つ
live
い
another
ては
day.
私にも落ち度がありますから。
落ち度なんてそんなの秋葉にないだろ。
Oh yeah, he forgot she took his phone.
Oh. Oh. We've now fallen into the after bit.
Yeah, so we can go back to the...
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Loop. Alright. Alright. Let's just, I don't know, apologize.
そうだな。
Mm.
それが一番いいと思う。
Can't tell her about Ark, or Vlav, or CL, or Noel for some
Or,
reason.
yeah, any of the church stuff is probably a no-go.
Just sound like a bunch of nonsense, and I shouldn't get Akiha involved in this mess anyway. So the truth is a no-go, but at the very least, I owe her an earnest apology.
よし、行くぞ。
I take a
Okay.
deep breath and open the door to the parlor.
おはようございます、兄さん。不思議と、ずいぶん久しぶりな気がしますね。
She seems more in shadow this time.
Akiha sets her fiery gaze on me, communicating loud and clear just how angry she is. Her hostility's already at full strength.
Enough to dim the sun
おは
slightly.
よう秋葉。
挨拶は結構ですから、そこに座ってください。
Let's get the formalities and get
いろいろ
right
と
to your
長くなる
story.
はずですものね。
There is an absolute, irresistible force in Aki's words that shuts me down. Yet I see a glint in her eyes that suggests she's enjoying this. They're glowing as if this is her long-awaited opportunity to lock up a criminal she's been chasing for years.
Hmm.
兄さん、
おう、座りますとも。
All thoughts of escape have been dispersed by Akiha's glower. That seems familiar. I endure the pain surging through my body and sit down on the sofa.
座りましたよ。
言わずともわかります。妙な態度でこちらの規制をそがないでください。卑怯です。
なんで卑怯なんだ？
卑怯でしょ。そんな顔をされたら気が緩む。
Akiha stops herself mid-sentence with a cough and then sharpens her glare further yet.
兄さん、早速ですが、おとといと昨日のお話を聞かせていただけませんか？
Akiha composes herself, elegantly taking her teacup into her hand.
Yes.
Although she phrased it as a question, it was unmistakably a command. But as her older brother, I can't just let her know about what happened. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
それなんだけど、秋葉。
Uh-huh.
はい。なんでしょう。
率直に言って事情は説明できないんだ。
Crash. The shattering of porcelain fills the room as Akiha's teacup falls from her hand onto the table. No, it'd be more accurate to say that she deliberately dropped it. God. So, a couple weeks back, I don't know if you'd heard about this, but The Daily Show has like Jon Stewart hosting it on Mondays again.
Yeah,
right?
I saw that clip.
So a couple weeks ago, he's giving this impassioned like rant about something. I don't remember whether that was the one where he was going on about Doge or if that was the one where he was going on about something else. But he's holding this cup and smashes this porcelain mug on the table. And the moment I heard that mug crack, I was like, oh, that's going to be bad. And you watch him look down and then just move his hand off the table.
Yeah, move his hand like off camera, like under the table. And then he lifts it again to do a gesture. And you just see the blood going down his hand.
Everywhere.
Oh my God.
So they cut the commercial, and then that hand was not in frame for like the rest of the show.
Yeah, but at least they stopped to bandage it.
And then the following week, like he literally went to the hospital after that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
The following week, they gave him like a plastic like sippy cup.
I missed that part.
Said that he couldn't be trusted with porcelain anymore. That they legitimately had a meeting. where they told him he wasn't allowed to have porcelain mugs.
Oh
anymore.
Man.
And then at one point, he like that hand was out on screen, and you could just see like a huge puncture wound in the one finger. Jeez. And as he's interviewing the guest that day, he like smacks his hand on the table. And he went, "Well, I just reopened it.
Oh my God.
I can't even do this anymore."
Oh jeez.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
It's like, yeah, that was not a bit. You lacerated your hand really quite badly.
Yeah, shattering teeth kind of made me think of that.
If you've not broken like porcelain on, it's bad, man. I did that unintentionally once. I had a plate that I was like washing or something. I lost grip on it, smashed onto that middle bit in my sink there.
Yep.
I tried to catch the plate, and I've still got a scar from that.
Yep.
That was like 5 or 6 years ago. That was like not too long after I moved into the house.
Yikes.
Yeah, I probably should have gone to the hospital. Like it was bleeding like a son of a bitch.
Oof.
And I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It turns out smashed porcelain is incredibly sharp.
Yes,
like,
it is.
Single atom microscopic fucking razor edge, basically.
Huh.
Akiha-sama. ごめんなさい、スイ。片付けてもらえる?
Hopefully, Akiha didn't have her hands near that broken porcelain.
Without another word, Hisui begins cleaning up the spilled tea and the shards of exorbitantly expensive-looking teacup.
They can afford it. It's all right.
I look on awkwardly while Akiha's stare continues to pierce through me. Meanwhile, Reen is crying in the corner.
Yeah, just wasting perfectly good tea sets.
And tea.
Well.
Remembering that Reen is also a tea snob.
She is, yes. Not as much as Alice.
Hisui finishes cleaning up and goes into the kitchen.
I see. Well, let us try that again.
この2日間の出来事を詳しく話していただけますか?
Quick, Hisui, get her a new cup of tea before I answer.
Yeah.
Hisui slides into frame, gives her a new cup. I can't. Drops the cup. Akiha's not giving up. She's still trying to get me to talk. But there's no way I can tell her what happened. Not only for my sake, but for hers, too.